A unanimous vote by the Board of Governors allows the league to begin exploring expansion right here into Southern Nevada. But getting a team still isn't a sure thing, at least not yet.
This is exciting, though. Very exciting. 13 Sports reporter Taylor Rocha and Alex Eshelman join us now live to break down what this next step actually means. Hey, ladies.
Hey, Trisha and Abel. This is one of those days where Las Vegas is living up to its name, the sports and entertainment capital of the world. You mentioned it, a unanimous vote by the by the NBA governor's office announcing expansion, starting that process here in Las Vegas to bring a team here.
Yeah, Las Vegas and Seattle, and these are two markets that the NBA knows very, very intimately. Obviously in Las Vegas, their history for the Summer League for over 20 plus years. USA Basketball is also here, and we've seen how this city in this very plaza shows up for our Las Vegas Aces. The NBA has seen how much this city loves the game of basketball, and now that interest turns into a real evaluation. The league will review ownership groups, arena options, and the financial side of things, with expansion fees expected to reach into the billions. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver says demand from ownership groups is expected to be high as Las Vegas continues to prove itself as a major market.
Las Vegas has very much become, the entertainment capital of the United States, and seemingly with an insatiable appetite for more sports.
Silver says the league expects to know by the end of the year whether expansion moves forward and if Las Vegas would be one of the cities to land a team. So he did say that it could be one city, it could be no cities, or it could be both Seattle and Las Vegas. So we'll have to wait and see.
Definitely a lot of options. And after this unanimous vote, now the process goes to where is this team going to play? Who's going to own the team? And I know there's some conversation circulating around this very building right here.
Right. One of the first emails in my inbox this morning was from MGM Resorts, a statement saying that this arena was built for both basketball and hockey. When we're wandering these halls for Golden Knights games, there are actually empty NBA locker rooms. So they are up and ready to go, ready to work with the NBA on this thing. See, we cover the Aces a lot. We're gonna have
That's right.
We're gonna have to get used to this NBA thing. But another name that has been floated around, obviously Bill Foley, the owner of the Golden Knights, who all play in this behind us, and he had such a huge part in solidifying Las Vegas as that sports capital.
Right, Taylor, definitely one of those local leaders who is spearheading bringing pro sports to the Valley. If it's able to get done come 2028, which is the NBA's goal, of course, this will be the fastest growing sports city officially in the U.S. in the last 20 plus years. That is something that locals told me today they could not believe.
Growing up here, did you ever think that you would see the Big Four here in your hometown?
Not really. I've been playing basketball my whole life. I've been waiting for a basketball team my whole life. I can't wait.
Did you ever think when you moved here back in 1979?
No idea.
Why?
Idea. Yeah, it's just a small town back then.
How long have you been local here?
I've been in Vegas for 20 years now.
20 years ago, did you think you'd see this many professional teams in Vegas?
20 years ago, Vegas was really dry. Not a lot of professional teams. So an expansion of a men's NBA team to the Valley would be great for everybody all over the world, exactly, because basketball is a all over the world sport.
I think it's definitely about time. Vegas has been very big about basketball for a very long time, so I'm really happy to see it now.
And I'm speaking of loyalty, royalty right there. Local royalty. That is the granddaughter of legendary Jerry Tarkanian. She's named after her beloved grandmother here, Lois Tarkanian. And when I was talking with her about this expansion and just the growth of sports in general here in the Valley, she said it's surreal to see the rapid growth of sports in a place that her grandparents found so special to them. And of course, they played such a huge and pivotal part in the growth of sports here.
Absolutely, and he would be so proud to see how far we've come. I actually want to just tell you that the NBA was so ahead of its time. In 2007, they were the first to kind of play ball with Las Vegas with the All-Star game here. Obviously, that was a huge failure, and Bill Foley was the one who said, let's take the bull by the horns and get started with something here a decade later. But now they have the chance to redeem themselves. Certainly a full circle moment. Super exciting day in Las Vegas.
Absolutely. For Taylor Rocha, I'm Alex Eshelman. Back to you guys in the studio.
Incredible. I mean, truly, the sports and entertainment capital of the world.
It's been a long time coming, that's for sure. Locals know that.
Absolutely. Okay, now we want to hear from you. If Las Vegas gets a team, what will be the name? Weigh in on our website. We listed some ideas for you: spades, vipers, gamblers, jokers, and snow. Vote or submit your own idea at ktnv.com/VegasNBA. Trisha, what would you name it?
Let's see, I like the 777s, Flaming Sevens.
Ooh,
there's a lot of ones.
I like Vegas Outlaws.
Yeah, I like that
right?
one too. Yep. Well, former mayor Oscar Goodman has his own name in mind. And you definitely cannot talk about an NBA team here in Las Vegas without talking about the influence of mayors Oscar and Carolyn Goodman. The power couple led Las Vegas for a quarter of a century, and both were adamant that building a world-class city included professional sports. And both mayors saw what basketball did for Las Vegas in the Tarkanian years for UNLV, and they pushed really hard to bring the NBA here. First with NBA commissioners, the late David Stern, and then with Adam Silver. Were you getting resistance back in the day from David Stern?
Trisha, resistance? That's an understatement.